Tell us what you have in 4 days from today.
Oh man, I kind of want to keep this a secret.
So, why are you dressed like you're going to the snow?
I just got done running in the rain and cold, and I haven't taken a shower yet, so that's why I'm dressed like this.
All right, on a serious note, walk us through this last week of training.
This last week of training has been a pretty tough week, mainly because of writing my book. I did not use a ghostwriter or anyone to help me write it, so this has been a very long and tedious journey. But this past week, everything kind of came to a head, and I had to wrap everything up, and so there was a lot of hours spent sitting. So getting the training in on top of that was stressful. Mentally, I was really tired and fatigued. And then we had, here in Southern California, just a ton of storms coming through. I mean, we've gotten a dumping of rain and snow, 30 and 40 mile per hour winds. It's been unreal. Wonderful for me to train in. Get out when I'm tired, get out when the weather is like not ideal at all, and work through it. I'd say this was probably one of the toughest weeks so far in the last 3 months of training, but we got it done. I had a 3-day training block that I put together, and the first day was 21 miles at night in a storm. So I got to work through some rain, some thunder. I think there was even a little bit of lightning. Yeah, and gear too. So I learned I was not warm enough, but I got the miles done. So that was the first day. Then the second day was another 20 miles. Say hi. This is Bear. He's the sweetest, most cuddly pup. Try to make 20 miles feel like it's 5. This is mile 17. My body feels really strong, so very, very encouraged. I've just added in a few pickups. Pretty much like the last 10 miles, I've tried to add in like a 60-second pickup each mile, and that's been feeling really good. Yeah, sometimes when I do like these really long back-to-backs, if I just stay like in one pace, it's easy to kind of disengage from the workout. So I was starting to feel that. Probably like 5-6 miles in, and so I knew like, okay, let's do some pickups. And they're not anything super intense. It's just changing pace, running a little bit faster, and that keeps the workout exciting, and it just feels good. It feels good to get the legs turning a little bit faster. I'm really encouraged to have so many big training blocks, consecutive training blocks in a row, and just feel my body getting stronger. So our bodies adapt to stress, and we patiently and progressively push. It's pretty cool to see how strong we are. So yeah, gonna finish the last few and then get home and eat.
3 more and then food.
3 more and then food.
Done.
That was awesome.
You were moving that last bit there.
Yeah.
Impressive.
You know, sometimes I think it's so good just to listen to your body. If your body wants to go and you feel like hammering, just do it. I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting to feel so good today. The goal was just to kind of, I mean, it wasn't anything like crazy fast. I mean, this is 250-mile training, but you know, if I could just lock into like a, you know, somewhere in the 6-minute pace-ish, that's where I wanted to be. So it felt good to finish fast. I think we finished at a 6-minute pace, so 20 miles.
20 miles.
32,640 steps.
Nice job.
Yeah, now I'm ready to eat, and yeah, another one done. Oatmeal, baby.
Don't you gotta go run or something?
Don't I look like I'm ready to run? This is actually breakfast number 2, which is, breakfast is my favorite. Eddie makes me breakfast every day, and it's toast with avocado and egg, and it's amazing, and I look forward to it. Thank you. So I had that this morning. I had a couple eggs, a couple pieces of toast, a nice big almond milk latte. Yeah, feeling full and ready to run.
So I started off with like a 25-minute mobility session, and then I went through a series of dynamic stretches, some mobility stretches, and just, you know, kind of felt my body out. I was tired. I was like, oh my gosh, this run is gonna suck. This is not gonna be a good run. But again, that was a really good spot for me to be in. That's kind of where I want to be, is all right, so we don't feel great, the body doesn't feel fresh, I don't feel springy, I don't have a bounce in my step, but we're gonna go and do a hilly run. There's this one run that I love to do. You're either running up or you're either running down, but it's a great way to strengthen the legs. I love hill running. I think it's such a great way just to make you an overall stronger runner. I think there's magic in the hills, and so I knew that today's run that my body would be fatigued, and I was tired. Surprisingly felt pretty good. So on top of everything else going on, I think that I can count that as a success.
All right, Sal just got back from her 20-mile run. Making a smoothie.
Oh, okay, what do we got going on here? My strength training sessions, they evolve throughout the year, depending on what race I'm training for, how close I am to the race, what the run workout is for that day. You know, ultimately, my big grand goal in the strength training do throughout the year is just to make sure that I'm strong from head to toe. So tonight's session is gonna rest heavily on mobility, a lot of body weight type movement and exercises. And then I'm gonna do more high volume, like high rep type lifting. So my body's tired, obviously. We did about 42 miles in less than 24 hours. So I did a run last night, and then we just finished one. So obviously my body's tired, but now we're gonna make it lift. So I never wanna make that excuse that I was too tired at the end of the race, or I was too sore, I was, you know, my legs were trash. Like, I wanna feel that in my training. I want to lift on tired legs. I've done that for years. So again, this isn't like a couch to 250 type program. This is pretty similar to how I trained for 100 as well. It's just a little bit more volume. So yeah, but calories, quality food is very important in all of it. So we're gonna build the body back a little bit back up. And then what I'm already looking forward to is a night out with the family. So we've already told the kids we're gonna get this workout done, and then we're all going to go out for dinner tonight. So I already know what I'm getting to.
Tell us what you have in 4 days from today.
Oh man, I kind of want to keep this a secret. I'm questioning it just as much as the viewers might be. But I am going to do a 100-mile race on Friday without tapering. I'm really just putting it right. I'm just dropping it into a training week and continuing on. So, if something sounds like a good idea, why not try it? So, I'm okay with failing. I'm okay with, discovering what does and doesn't work. The race that I signed up for is Jackpot Ultra. I never do these types of races. This is a 1-mile loop course on cement. My goal is to just be able to run on tired legs for 100 miles and run efficiently. And then after the race, I want to see how well I'm recovered. I want to see how my body feels. I think at that point, I will be 2 months out from Cocodona 250. I also like that I can use this race to just focus on my nutrition strategies. So I'm trying a few different things with my nutrition, so I'm gonna practice them at this race. I'm also planning on staying within a certain heart rate at this 10 beat range, this heart rate range. I wanna stay in that the entire time. So I didn't know this was a championship course where people go and try to set records. So you can hear it first from me. That is not my goal. No, I'm not trying to go for any time, but I wanted an ultra that I could get the 100 miles done. And yeah, I'm gonna do the crazy, and I'm gonna do a 100-mile training race on very tired legs. Would I do a big training block 3 days before running 100 miles? No. I wouldn't recommend that to people. Is that what I'm gonna do as part of my experiment in this training season? Yes. So there you have it. I'm tired. But it doesn't matter what I feel like, right?
That's right.
It matters whether or not I'm gonna do the work.